The headline has been circulating for some time now. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk has stated that Russia could attack NATO territory within months. On the surface, this reads as a countdown to a kinetic invasion. It suggests that the border between Poland and Belarus or Kaliningrad is about to become a front line. It implies that tanks are being moved and the order to cross the line is imminent. But if we look at the mechanics of modern conflict, this interpretation might be missing the deeper strategic reality. The warning is likely not a prediction of an invasion, but a calculated escalation of gray zone economic warfare designed to trigger specific NATO consultation thresholds. The goal is to force a costly shift in defense budgets before any kinetic action occurs. Here is the thing about modern geopolitical signaling. It is rarely just about what is happening on the ground. It is about what is happening in the minds of the alliance members. NATO, or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, operates on a system of collective defense. Article 4 of the treaty allows members to consult when they feel their territorial integrity is threatened. This is not the same as Article 5, which is the mutual defense clause that triggers a war response. Article 4 is a consultation. It is a meeting of the heads of state, but it is also a signal that something is wrong. By invoking the language of an imminent attack, Poland is forcing that consultation to happen. Now consider the economic implications. If NATO enters a high state of consultation, the alliance must demonstrate readiness. This means moving money. It means accelerating procurement contracts for missiles, ammunition, and electronic warfare systems. It means locking in defense spending commitments that might otherwise be delayed by political gridlock in member capitals. Russia understands this dynamic. The Kremlin knows that NATO is often hesitant to spend more than necessary on defense. A credible threat of invasion creates a panic that overrides budgetary caution. The warning acts as a lever to pry open the coffers of the alliance. This strategy relies heavily on what is known as the gray zone. This is the space between peace and war where kinetic violence is not yet present, but coercion and pressure are constant. In this zone, information warfare plays a massive role. Russia has spent years perfecting the art of creating confusion. They use coordinated disinformation campaigns to test alliance cohesion. The objective is to see if the alliance fractures under the pressure of uncertainty. If the warning creates enough doubt, the alliance might overreact. They might spend billions on systems they do not need yet, or they might fracture over how to respond. Either outcome serves the aggressor. Poland is aware of this dynamic. Their preparedness is characterized by a dual strategy of rapid military modernization and the establishment of robust digital defense frameworks. They are isolating Russian digital assets and monitoring for indicators of compromise. These are technical signs that a cyber attack is underway or planned. By combining physical military posturing with sophisticated information warfare, the strategy aims to exploit digital vulnerabilities and societal fractures simultaneously with kinetic threats. This synchronization is the hallmark of a hybrid attack. It is designed to make the target feel threatened on every front at once. Think of it like a boxer throwing a feint. A feint is not a punch. It is a movement designed to make the opponent flinch. If the opponent flinches, they open themselves up to the real strike, or they exhaust their energy reacting to a threat that never arrives. In this scenario, the warning is the feint. The real strike might be financial or political. By forcing NATO into a state of high alert, the warning drains resources. It forces long-term planning to be replaced by immediate crisis readiness. This transition is costly. It disrupts supply chains. It creates inflationary pressure on defense contracts. It creates a sense of urgency that bypasses normal democratic deliberation. The geopolitical outlook suggests a narrowing window for diplomatic resolution. Polish leadership indicates that the risk of a direct NATO confrontation could materialize within months. This timeframe is critical. It suggests that the current period of ambiguity is ending. The convergence of physical military posturing and sophisticated information warfare indicates that future Russian aggression will likely be a synchronized hybrid attack. This means that the warning itself is part of the attack vector. It is a psychological operation designed to degrade the economic stability of the alliance. We must also consider the role of information dissemination in this process. Modern conflicts are fought as much in the news cycle as they are on the battlefield. Social media narratives are weaponized to amplify fear. If the narrative is that an attack is coming in months, then the political cost of ignoring it becomes too high for any leader. They must act. They must spend. they must prepare. This is how economic warfare functions in the digital age. It does not require a single missile to be fired. It requires a single headline to be believed. This approach forces a transition from long-term planning to immediate crisis readiness. Long-term planning allows for efficiency. You buy what you need when you need it. Crisis readiness requires buying everything now, often at a premium, to ensure you are ready for a threat that might not come. This is the trap. The warning creates a demand for security that drives up prices across the entire defense industry. It shifts the burden of risk onto the alliance members. If the attack does not come, the money is already spent. If the attack does come, the money has already been spent. There is no middle ground. So, when we hear these warnings, we should not just listen to the timeline. We should listen to the intent. The timeline is a tool. The intent is to reshape the economic landscape of the alliance. It is to force a commitment that might not otherwise be made. This is a calculated escalation. It is designed to trigger the Article 4 consultation thresholds. It is designed to force a costly shift in defense budgets before any kinetic action occurs. The convergence of these factors indicates that the conflict is evolving. It is moving away from simple territorial disputes toward a more complex struggle over economic stability and alliance cohesion. Poland is leading this charge, not just with soldiers but with rhetoric. They are using the language of imminent threat to achieve strategic objectives that are economic in nature. This changes how we view the security landscape. It means that every warning, every statement, and every military exercise is part of a larger game. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.